Hello people, this is Mark from KharisChangeWorks. Guys, hope that you're well. In this little video, I want to encourage those who are in toxic relationships. And I'm going to address it in this kind of a way. A lot of folk who are toxic, the narcs, a lot of them claim that they change, or that they have changed, or that they will change. No, they don't. I've made a video called Leopards and Spots. They don't change. The leopard will never change its spots. But I want to talk about another animal in this instance here today. And the animal is a snake, right? Now, I don't want to talk about the snake attitude, the snake behavior, the poison of the snake. When we're looking at boas and those kind of things, I'm not on about the constriction. I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in talking today about is simply this growth of this snake. You see, a snake sheds its skin periodically. And the reason why the snake sheds its skin is because the snake is growing. It's growing in length, and it's also growing in diameter. And here's the thing. The saying goes like this. Regardless of how many times a snake sheds its skin, it remains a snake, or something down those lines. Now here's the thing. If you've got a snake in your relationship, the narc, that toxic individual, that destructive person, regardless of what they say, they're still a snake. They're still toxic. They're still destructive. The only thing that I see that changes is simply this. If we go back to the little illustration, is they're growing, aren't they? They're expanding in experience, they're expanding in tact, they're expanding in the application of abuse. Because the nature of a snake is being a snake. So when people tell you that they changed, or that they will change, or that they have changed, and you have an experiential knowledge of the fact that they are a narc, or they're toxic or destructive, my advice is be totally aware, not of what they say, but of what they do. Check the evidence against their behavior versus their language. Just like in a leopard never changes its spots. Just because the shed snakes its skin doesn't mean it's now going to become something different. So all I want to say at this point in time, be aware about this snake in the relationship that is expanding because it needs to shed its skin. Now, the snake might turn around and say to you, listen, I've shed that old self, that previous bit. In fact, look, I've got scratch marks against my skin. This illusion of change. It's just an illusion. It's all it is. Because you see, snake's a snake. That will never ever change. So when a snake comes and tells you to look at the evidence of change, the scratch marks against the skin, that's only there to remove the old. Okay, pay attention, hear it. I'm not saying to believe it. What I'm saying to you is, stand back, become objective. Don't fall in that trap of manipulation. Don't fall in the trap of the facade, basically. Because let me tell you now, my experience is simply this, that they will come up with anything to try and trap you for them to get supply. That's all I want to say. A snake, regardless of the million times it might shed its skin, will always be a snake. You know who I'm talking about. That individual in your life. That's all. You know. Behavior. And it's not just behavior for a week or 2 weeks. It's not even behavior that might sustain itself for 6 months. If you've truly changed, then you will remain changed for the rest of your life. But for that to take place, it's a big thing, particularly for the knock, who I do believe is nothing more than a snake. So there you go. Video over for today. I would like to hear your comments in the comments box about the snakes in your life. How many times have they told you, I've shed my skin, I'm changing, I've changed, believe me, look at how good I am today, all this kind of nonsense. I'd like to hear your story. If you know of any other people who have snakes in their life, friends and family, tell them. Tell them. Promote this channel, please, on all your social media platforms. Subscribe and share, hit the bell, pick all, otherwise you won't get any of the notifications. All is the one you need to go for. Okay, my friend, that's it. For now, this is Mark from KharisChangeWorks, and I'll speak to you soon.